Good evening and good Tuesday, and thank you for being here. 57th District Tournament action. Well, we got through our first round last night with the ladies. It's boys tonight, and as such, let's wrap up the program as quickly as possible, but with all the headlines included and intended therein, so I can get on the road and have highlights for you on tomorrow night's program. Of course, hosted by the Johnson Central High School this year. Another big crowd last night, another packed house, and I expect as much tonight. A number of headlines tonight, which will include, of course, highlights from games last evening and scores, so please stay with me. We'll get to that in just a few seconds. I do have some other news. We have an update on a fire in McGoffin County and a report of a serious auto accident on US 23 earlier today. Another fire in the viewing area and a host of other headlines. Please, Your News Today will start right after a few messages. And as always, please let these folks know you're watching every chance you get. I'll be right back. Ranked in the very top 10% of the top 150 Kentucky workers' compensation attorneys for Social Security, disability, SSI, personal injury, or workers' compensation, if your working days are over, meet Grover. 888-9-GROVER or locally 349-2065.
Youth, experience, modern solutions to modern problems,
proven solutions to legal problems,
an emerging face in the courtroom.
a known presence in the courtroom.
Together, we are multifaceted.
Together, we will do right by you.
If you are having any legal issues at all, just relax and call Max.
If a car wreck is causing you pain, just pick up the phone and call Donald Wayne.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
These are actual recent images of local heating and cooling systems, residential and commercial. An example of 75% of all the calls that Ultimate Air responds to. Little or no maintenance, or sometimes someone else being paid to maintain a system. Prevent 75% of your breakdowns with preventative and actual maintenance by Ultimate Air. Locally owned, locally trusted. For home, farm, hillside, or anywhere you need it, A&W Tree Services offers professional tree and brush trimming, removal, and complete cleanup. They're experienced, insured, and have great references. Call for a free estimate, 496-9385 or 9442. A&W Tree Services. A few more details about a structure fire that completely destroyed a McGoffin County woman's home morning before last. The fire started sometime after the homeowner had gone to work, and while yesterday we knew there were no injuries as a result, we did learn after talking to Fire Chief Paul Howard earlier today that there were 3 pets lost in the blaze. Sagersville Fire Chief Paul Howard did confirm to me just a few moments ago that indeed it was fully engulfed upon their arrival, that being this mobile home, which sits on Kelly Branch off of Burning Fork, Route 1888 here in McGoffin County. The call came in to the Sagersville Fire Department around 6:45 yesterday morning from a neighbor and actually a family member who lived next door. As far as what caused the fire, or even where the structure was just too hot and too far gone for the fire department to be able to determine. They did confirm immediately upon arrival that the resident, Karina Bailey, was at work at the time and not at home. However, it was later learned that she had 3 pets, I believe 2 cats and a dog, which perished as a result of the blaze. Howard says that the home was a complete loss, as were all of its contents. In Lawrence County, this was the scene after a structure fire yesterday on Little Cat Fork, where 3 people escaped injuries during a structure fire. The call, according to Fallsburg Fire Chief Chris Job, came in about 2:20 yesterday afternoon. When they arrived, the double-wide home was fully engulfed. He said that the woman and 2 children inside escaped the burning home and were taken by emergency management to another residence for shelter. As for the cause, Chief Job says that right now it's believed that the clothes dryer might be to blame for the cause of the fire. And there was a serious crash on US 23 this morning. 3 vehicles involved in this early morning crash in the southbound lanes of Kentucky 23 at 7:07. The Louisa Fire Chief, Eddie Preston, telling us at the Big Sandy News, where you can find a write-up in tomorrow's edition of the paper, that there were 2 vehicles with entrapments, and each of the 3 vehicles had at least one occupant. One of the vehicles was also a sanitation truck that resulted in being flipped over onto its side. Kentucky State Police responded and were in charge of investigating the cause of the wreck and the accident itself, while the Big Sandy Fire Department district was assisted by the Louisa Fire Department. As far as the condition of those who were injured at press time, including the 2 which we were believed to have been requested to be life-flighted from the scene, we have no other information. I have a number of indictments, a few dozen at least, which were just returned Friday afternoon by the sitting Johnson County Grand Jury. I expect to start coverage of those on tomorrow's program. High school basketball coverage in just a few moments from Johnson County. However, an unusual situation in regards to 2 arrests that took place at the Big Sandy Jail, arrests at the jail on the grounds, one of them involving an employee. Both men live very near each other on the same road in Inez. Both men actually related in-laws, technically. Authorities in Johnson County say that being the Johnson County Sheriff's Department, that this actually took place a few days ago when the correction officer at the Big Sandy Regional Jail, identified as 27-year-old Sebastian Stewart, was involved in an altercation outside the grounds with a victim, his in-law, identified as a Joseph Harris. The victim had gone, according to police, the Big Sandy Jail to pick up Stewart and give him a ride home. That's when some sort of a fight broke out between the 2, still on the grounds of the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center. There was video showing that Stewart was said to have been the one that threw the first punch, while Stewart had also called the Painesville Police Department to report that the victim was responsible for the altercation. That victim also arrested initially and charged with alcohol intoxication and assault in the 4th degree. Assault in the 4th degree, also the same charge Stewart faces as a result. No word on his position at the Big Sandy Jail at this time. Election season is here, and we are a one-stop sign and advertising shop. Campaign commercials for TV, for the internet, print advertising in 2 publications, yard signs, bumper stickers, business cards, shirts, caps, banners, all in-house, all premium quality, all local, with no minimums to purchase. Call Independent Signs and Mortimer Media Group today, 349-2915.
90s Mixtape Live. Motown Philly's back again. Well, it's love that I need. That thing. Oops, I did it again. Rock your body, yeah. Party now, and I will always love you. Levitators, running higher, running higher, running higher. 90s Mixtape Live. Every single day, for revolution.
A new year often means new inspirations, new goals, a new focus on your health and well-being, and nowhere is that more important than Fraser's Prater Drugstore. From healthy resolutions to a fresh start without smoking, to a fresh batch of cookies just in from the daily bread, to some incredible comfort food at the counter. Step in and let us remind you why we'll always be your oldest hometown pharmacy. Fraser's Prater Drugstore, downtown Sayersville. Here's tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau calendar. And how do we like to start off the calendar? That's right, with birthday wishes. And tonight, first, it's a happy 18th birthday to Hanson Patrick Roark from Mom, Dad, Sissy Micah, Nana, and Papa Rao. Happy the happiest of 18th birthdays to you. And from your neighbors, Hanson and Michael Rao, Pauline Gardner, a happy 75th birthday to you. Happy birthday to you both. From there, don't forget this Saturday big event at the Lady Hornets, the home of the Lady Hornets at the high school, sponsored and hosted by the Salyersville Sports Card Organization. Big trade show, big eats, big fun, a lot to see and do. Starts at 10, goes till 4. And don't forget, please don't forget our friends at the Special Olympics, whose organizers are trying to raise money for brand new uniforms. If you can help in any form or fashion, call Paul Gumby Montgomery. Reach out to him on Facebook, and any way you can help would mean a lot to all of some really wonderful athletes. From there, a few funeral service announcements to pass along this evening. First, a reminder that services for Alta Howes will begin tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. Preceded in death by her husband, Charles Howes. She survived by her kids, Doug and Mike Howes, Belinda Green, number of grandkids and great-grandkids, and 4 siblings. In addition to her husband and parents, she was also preceded in death by 8 siblings, including her twin sister. Services again tomorrow morning at 11 from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. And Lula Mae Howard, 100 years of age, passed away on today's date at the Paintsville ARH Medical Center. Arrangements to be announced soon by the McGoffin County Funeral Home.
I love working in the coal mines, even though it was hard work. But if you suspect you have black lung, you can't work anymore. You'll find out that filing for benefits is hard too. I had friends who give up after years of trying. If it hadn't been for Big Sandy Healthcare, I wouldn't even try myself. If you think you have black lung, call Big Sandy Healthcare and get the help you deserve.
Johnson Central High School stands alone in providing the most college and career programs of study in one building throughout the entire state of Kentucky. This includes pathways in everything from the medical field to engineering, telemedia, welding, agriculture, and even aviation. And that's just to name a few of the 32 different choices. Work has also been started on a brand new state-of-the-art high school. So now is the time for your child to experience the power of opportunities in Johnson County School.
It's a new year with new deals at Conley Tire in Staffordsville, like $100 back on new sets of Goodyears through February the 28th, and other specials on East Kentucky's best in-stock tire inventory. Conley's, your tire, wheel, and auto repair and maintenance HQ since 1982. In Staffordsville or at conleytire.net. SMB is proud to stand with you with what might be your very first and definitely last checking, savings, retirement, even Christmas Club account, along with consumer, auto, mortgage, business loans that you can easily manage from anywhere in the world with safe, secure mobile and online banking that comes from over 120 years of commitment to your financial life and well-being, today, tomorrow, and forever. Salyersville National. B&B Discount Tobacco has moved just down the street beside the McGoffin County Rescue Squad. New location, new and improved drive-through, new products, more inventory, more reasons to stop by B&B Tobacco 7 days a week. Starting off a new year, Parkway Pharmacy wants you to know that they have a lot to be proud of, thanks to you. Proud to be community partners, proud to be good neighbors, proud to be your pharmacy. Thank you from everyone at Parkway Pharmacy in Salyersville.
There are several risk factors that may put a patient at risk for heart disease.
Especially people who have diabetes or hypertension or high cholesterol and have a family history of heart disease.
Neglecting to see a cardiologist can put you in trouble. You may develop problems that may not be reversible.
We see many people who do not have an actual diagnosis of a heart problem, but may be at risk of heart disease, and we do whatever we can to help mitigate that risk to help prevent disease in the future. ARH, more for Appalachia.
The Lady Hornets came into last night's matchup the number 4 seed against the number 1, that being the ladies of Johnson Central. The ladies from McGoffin coming in with 8 wins last night. The Johnson Central Golden Eagles with 16 wins and only 6 losses, putting them as far as 15th region standings, second behind only Floyd Central. McGoffin County Lady Hornets were looking for still their first district win of the season and realized they had their work cut out for them. And they also realized that they had a shot at this because they indeed fought for it the entire way through last night. And that's where we will pick it up. Start of the second half, 29-21, with the Hornets still very much in the fight for the upset, as Emma McKenzie opens up second half scoring with a big three-pointer. And Macy Williams with the rebound gets it out to Bella Trusty with the hustle. And hustle it is. Abby Barnett with the read, the steal, and the run. Pulls McGoffin County to within 6. But just as soon as she did, the Eagles pushed back. Carly Stanley with the grab and the back bounce. And it's off the iron for a plus 12 Central lead. And down the third quarter stretch, Anna Cantrell gets a rebound that gets its way into the hands of Stanley, and Central blows open a 15-point advantage. But it wasn't over. Not quite yet. Still some hope. Barnett with the block. The lob to Trusty. As McGoffin County pulls back within 8 points down to the 2-minute mark when Central starts working the clock, making some last-minute shots, and advances to the Wednesday night championship. 52-37 final score last night, as the Lady Eagles will now go on after a win over McGoffin County last night to face Paintsville in the championship again tomorrow night, as well as McGoffin County still in this. We are still in the Super Regional. McGoffin County Lady Hornets will be at Floyd Central tomorrow night. Tip-off for that game is set for 6 o'clock, while we're now gearing up for boys action tonight, which we will talk about on tomorrow's show. As for Game 2 last night, as we said, Paintsville going on to the championship, facing the ladies from Johnson Central. This is after Paintsville pretty much took control of the game pretty early. Martin County stormed out with 5 unanswered points and then went cold. Paintsville came back, got the next 9 points, and then went on to a 77-42 win after 2 close games decided by 3 and 5 points during the regular season. They played Martin County for a third time, counting one in the 15th Region All-A, and they won that one by 23 points. That was a regular season game. And last night, again, final score was 77-42, putting Paintsville in tomorrow night's championship. All right, let's talk about your weather forecast, where it just kind of a day today, right? I mean, we started off at 23. We did hit 37, and we are at 37 right now. And guess what tonight's low is expected to be? 37. So steady as she goes. It's about as good of a spin as I can put on it. Southwesterly winds anywhere from 6 to 16 miles per hour. Had a gust in downtown of 13 earlier today. We've got 2 miles per hour right now moving about. And a 30% chance of some snowfall in the forecast. Chance of rain, maybe some snow during the overnight hours. Just enough to remind us we're still in that pattern. Tomorrow, temperatures hit the 50s, we think. No sunshine to speak of. Mostly cloudy, 52. Chance of rain before 10. 30% of chance thereafter. Winds are going to be a breezy day again, up to 20 miles per hour out of the southwest. Tomorrow night, we'll crank up rain chances to about 50%, still mostly cloudy, and another nighttime low of around 37 degrees. Again, consistent. Thursday, 50, mostly cloudy, more rain expected. Wednesday night, we might pick up a 1/4 of an inch. Thursday, we're talking about maybe a 1/2 an inch during the day. So, enough to kind of add up and remind us that we're not where we want to be as far as dry, pretty sunny days. But look, what's just around the corner? A teaser. That's what's around the corner. 50, mostly cloudy, rain continuing on your Thursday. By Thursday night, we should start to wind down this system with mostly cloudy skies, mid-30s for nighttime lows. Friday, we clear up. We hit 58 and sunny. It's going to be a nice day Friday, and we are so deserving. And if you want to continue that pattern a little bit, we will for a couple of days, actually. So 58, sunny on your Friday. Nighttime lows above freezing. That's a good thing. Saturday, we're going to bust the 60s, mid-60s, sunny. We're still struggling in Henry's Hot Dog Company with this weather. I can tell you right now, we're going to be open probably Friday and Saturday, definitely Saturday. 66 and sunny, a beautiful first half of your weekend. Sunday's not going to be all that bad either. 55 and partly sunny. Our next rain chances aren't until late Sunday night, carrying over into the first of next week, where we're in the close to mid-50s again Monday, but mostly cloudy and a 40% chance of rain. Tuesday, we're getting back close to that 60-degree mark, mostly cloudy and a 40% chance of rain to go with it. Remember, we're now 24 days away from spring, and coming up a week from this weekend, we're going to spring those clocks forward and get a little daylight back. So with that, I am out the door and off to Johnson Central. We'll have highlights from the boys' game tonight, and I hope to see you back here for that and much, much more. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and thank you as always for being a part of the show.